So I tried ClawdBot, the AI tool everyone's been talking about this entire week. Today's Friday and people are still talking about it. Twitter posts, YouTube videos, LinkedIn posts, even X threads are saying it's the most important AI launch of the year. I tested it and I have some thoughts, and they're probably not what you would expect. So here's my breakdown in terms of what's real, what's not, and why it still matters. The first claim is that it replaces X and LinkedIn are full of posts saying that ClawdBot can replace an employee. Some say it can replace an entire team. I tested it. I don't think it does. It runs on the same AI models as everything else. Typically, you have this set up on the Claude models, which you can use from the Claude desktop app or from the terminal anyway. And they can actually do stuff for you on your device. Or if you use GPT to power it, it's the same GPT models, the same underlying intelligence. Yeah, let's continue separating the hype from reality. So first, let's start with what ClawdBot cannot do. It replaces an employee. No, it's not replacing anyone, in my opinion. It uses the same AI models you already have access to. Like I said, Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. And there's nothing special about the brain. It's just the wrapper that's different. Second, really no AI tool can replace a team, in my opinion. ClawdBot can automate some tasks. I think the people confusing the two are the same people who said ChatGPT would replace developers 2 years ago. The next thing that's hyped up is that it can outperform Claude Code. Again, most of what ClawdBot does, Claude Code and Cowork can already do. In my opinion, Claude Code is still the most powerful AI tool I've ever used. And now it's built into the Claude desktop app, so you don't even need a terminal. If you're not technical, Cowork does the same thing with a visual interface. You describe what you want and it gets to work. Whereas ClawdBot is a little bit technical to set up. It's not for normies. So if you're not technical, Cowork does the same thing with a visual interface. You describe what you want, it builds it. ClawdBot doesn't beat either of them in raw capability because its capability is based off of those same models. So if it can replace your team and it can't outperform Claude Code, why am I making this video? Because ClawdBot does 4 things, in my opinion, that Claude Code and Cowork cannot do yet. And those 4 things I think are worth paying attention to. So here's where they're actually different. Firstly, what I like about it is that it lives where you already are. So whether you're in WhatsApp, Telegram, iMessage, you text it like you text a coworker. You don't need to get a new app. It's the existing messaging apps that you're already using. Could also be Slack, for example. And there's no interface to learn. It's just chat. Once you get past the initial technical setup, then it's just chat on whatever chat platform you're using. You send it a message and it responds like a person on the other end. And that's a very different interaction model than anything else out there right now. Claude, ChatGPT, etc. They don't work like that out of the box. Speaking of which, it does have a very interesting personality. Most AI feels like software. You open a tool, you type a prompt, get output. But ClawdBot feels like a character. It has a tone, it has its quirks. You actually want to talk to it. It's fun talking to it. That sounds like a small thing, but I don't think it is. I think the reason a lot of people don't use AI tools consistently is because the experience feels like work. Working with ClawdBot, it's fun. It's like play. The other thing I like about it, so we talked about the personality. The other thing I like about it is that it's proactive. And this is the one that surprised me. So if something needs your attention, it will text you on WhatsApp, on iMessage, Slack, whatever, before, even sometimes before you even know there's a problem. So you don't have to go check on it. It comes to you. That's very different in terms of relationship with AIs from everything else. Every other tool waits for you to ask, or they wait for you to come back into the app or into the browser and interact with them. This one basically comes to you through your iMessage or through your WhatsApp or other messaging tools. And the other thing I like about it is that no matter what channel you're using, whether you're using WhatsApp, iMessage, Telegram, whatever, it has the same memory. So it does log developments to its experience, to its memory files. And so it has a unified memory across every channel. You start a conversation on WhatsApp, you continue on Telegram, pick it up later on iMessage, and it picks up where it left off. Whereas in some of these other LLMs, when you start a new session, you often have to start over again. It might have some of the context, but usually you have to start over again. And this could be weeks of, I don't know about weeks, but definitely days. It's only been out for a week, or actually, apparently it came out many months ago, but it really just blew up over the past week. And that's where most people, like myself, discovered it. So yeah, that's really great. Just being able to have it with you in whatever, and being able to switch between different messaging apps and continue where you left off. So those are a few things that ClawdBot can do that are quite unique and refreshing, I think. But again, none of this replaces your team. But it all points to where AI is heading. I think AI will go on this trend of living in whatever apps you already use, like iMessage or WhatsApp, etc. Another good example of this is Bordy, which is very popular on LinkedIn. And then also AI that reaches out to you instead of waiting for you to remember to go on it, as well as that remembers everything, no matter where you talk to it. Now, there are some issues with that, but if you set it up properly, its memory can be pretty persistent. Some of its limitations are based on whatever model you're using. Claude, for example, the context window gets very large. It has a 200K context window. So once that fills up, you have to compress the chat. But you can ask ClawdBot to let you know before you fill up the context window, and it can compress your chat and put where you're up to that point in its memories and continue on. Now, ClawdBot, it's not the final version of this. This is the first version that works in terms of an autonomous AI that does things and comes to you when it needs to and is able to reach you through your phone on whatever messaging app you use. Yeah, sure, you probably could set this up with OpenAI or other models, but ClawdBot makes it a bit easier. Still too technical, but definitely a lot easier than what we previously had. But yeah, I think soon tools like this, you won't need to be technical to have AI tools like this. I think these features that I just went over, they're going to be in tools we already use. Soon Claude will have it, ChatGPT will have it. I think it's just a matter of time. So I think ClawdBot is showing us the direction, and that's what makes it very interesting and very refreshing, I think. Now, if you tried it, I want to know if I'm missing anything. Drop your experiences in the comments. And if this was useful, subscribe. I break down the AI tools I try to break down AI tools in a non-hype way and just tell you what works and what doesn't work. So if that's your flavor, you can subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.